Most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they quit a little too early, a little too quietly, and a little too often. And the worst part is, it never feels dramatic. It feels like I'll do it tomorrow. It feels like I'm not in the mood today. It feels like maybe this just isn't for me. If you've ever said that to yourself, you're not lazy or broken. You're just stuck in a version of you that learned to give up as a default. But there is another version of you. The one that doesn't negotiate with excuses. The one that keeps going even when motivation disappears. And becoming that version doesn't happen overnight. It's not about personality. It's about patterns. Let's start with something important. You don't need more motivation. You need a rule that stays active even when motivation dies. Because motivation is unstable. It shows up when life feels easy and disappears when things get boring or hard. That's why most people only work in bursts. They start strong, then disappear, then feel guilty, then restart again. That cycle is what keeps you stuck. So the first shift is simple. Stop asking how you feel before you act. Start acting first, and let feelings follow later. The version of you that never gives up is not always motivated. They are just trained to begin anyway. Even when it feels pointless. Even when it feels slow. Especially then. Now here's something you might not notice. Most quitting doesn't happen at failure. It happens at discomfort. The moment something feels awkward, slow, or frustrating, your brain looks for escape. You open your phone, you switch tasks, you tell yourself you'll come back later. But every time we'll escape discomfort, you reinforce a pattern. Discomfort means stop. To change that, you don't need to become tougher overnight. You just need to stay 10 minutes longer than usual. Not forever, not perfectly, just 10 minutes past the point where you normally quit. That small gap is where identity starts to change. Because you're teaching your brain a new message. Discomfort does not control me. There's another trap that stops people completely. They think discipline means doing everything. So when they fail one thing, they abandon everything. One missed workout turns into a missed week. One bad day turns into quitting the whole routine. But the version of you that never gives up doesn't aim for perfect consistency. They aim for return speed. They don't ask, did I fail? They ask, how fast did I come back? Because the real strength is not never falling off track. It's how quickly you return when you do. And here's the part most people ignore. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. If your phone is next to you, if distractions are one tap away, if your space feels chaotic, you will quit more often, not because you are weak, but because your environment is winning the decision before you even make it. So make quitting slightly harder. Put distance between you and distraction. Reduce choices. Make the next step obvious. Now listen carefully. The version of you that never gives up is not a superhero. They don't feel different. They just remove decision-making from emotional moments. They already decided earlier. I don't stop when it gets uncomfortable. I don't quit when I feel slow. I just continue. And when you do that long enough, something changes quietly. You stop identifying as someone trying to be disciplined. You start becoming someone who simply continues. So here's what I want you to take from this. You don't need a new personality. You don't need a perfect routine. You just need 3 things. Start without waiting for motivation. Stay 10 minutes longer when you want to quit. And return faster every time you fall off. If you do that consistently, not perfectly, you will slowly build a version of yourself that doesn't negotiate with quitting anymore. And the next time life gets heavy, you won't ask, can I do this? You'll already know the answer is yes, because you've trained yourself to continue no matter what.